If you're working toward weight loss, I want to give you some encouragement. Seize the day. Make the most of this opportunity. Whenever you're watching this video, whether it's in the morning and you've got the whole day in front of you, or if it's later in the day and there's just a little bit of time left, we need to make the most of this opportunity. And I'm going to give you 4 ways that you can do that. Time is our most precious asset, and the reality is that this moment we have right now, we can't ever get it back. Now, I don't want you to be stressed about that. If that's intimidating, don't worry about it. Always have grace with yourself. Tomorrow's a new day, and you can always take a step. I like to view weight loss as a journey, and every day is an opportunity to take one step forward on that path. And so this day, where we are right now, this is the only time that you can take this step in this moment. That's how we keep living in the present. We don't worry about the future. The future is another step. We don't dwell on the past. We stay grounded in this present moment, and we do what we can do in this time that we have right here in the present. All right, so the first opportunity that you have today that I want to encourage everyone to start with is to move toward weight loss by focusing on mental health. Do a little check-in. How are you doing on mental health? Are you feeling stress or anxiety? If you're having trouble in any area like that, I say make that the priority for weight loss first. So losing weight, in my view, should always be about reducing stress. It should always be helping us to feel better and more grounded and present. If that's not happening, if we're doing some sort of weight loss process and it's making us feel worse or stressed, okay, A, that's not making life better, which is what we really want. And B, it's going to be very hard to sustain that. So yes, a weight loss process can help us reduce stress, but reducing stress in any way circles back around and can help us to lose weight. That's because when we are reducing our stress, it's helping to create a more centered and calm hormonal environment in the body above anything else, reducing the cortisol, the stress hormones. So maybe that's getting outside into a beautiful space. If you can, take a walk, get some fresh air. Maybe that just means taking a moment in the middle of a busy day and just breathing. So important to let that stress out. Maybe it means taking out a journal and starting to write through, what is going on in life and what are the priorities and what do I really need to focus on. Those foundational levels of mental health building blocks, so important. So maybe that is your step today. Now, another opportunity that you have in this day with whatever time is left in the day is to focus on putting only the healthiest foods into the body. Every day we rebuild our body out of the food that we consume. And so if we're trying to move toward health, okay, the body thrives on natural foods that come from the earth to us in a natural way. So any choice that you make today, you have the opportunity. Make that choice be the most nutritious food that's going to nourish the body and build it up stronger. A friend of mine was telling me this week, he said, what do you really care about and what are your priorities and are you willing to fight for them? And I was really thinking about that. So maybe take that sort of idea into this space. If you are trying to choose the healthiest food, this can be a big struggle and it can be a battle, is one way to think about it. But I'll tell you, it's a battle worth fighting to resist the pressure and the marketing of this modern world that is trying to sell us so many things that look so good, so enticing, so appealing. So maybe your step this week or today, in the rest of this day, is to center yourself and focus on bringing only the most nutritious food into your body. Now, opportunity number 3 that you have right in this moment to lose weight in this moment, the only time we ever can now. We don't lose weight in the future. We lose weight in this present space, is to lean into movement, move toward movement. The human body is a movement machine. It is made to move, and that can be in the most thoughtful, gentle way. Body doesn't know if you're in a gym. Don't have to be paying any kind of money for it. Maybe it just means taking a walk, around the neighborhood, doing some sort of gentle movement. Now you can ramp that up as much as you want, so everybody's in a different space. But moving toward movement, the body stores energy for us. If we're trying to lose weight, ultimately means we're trying to access stored energy in the body and use it. And that process of using it is how we burn it up and rid ourselves of it. And body's saving that energy to power the body and moving. Great thing to do. Now, opportunity 4, probably my favorite one and the focus that I have here, is you have an opportunity in the rest of this day to open up some fasting space. A fasting space is a food-free interval, space no energy is coming into the body. We're leaning into the body and we're trusting the body to power the system. So we store energy, stored blood sugar, stored body fat. That energy is there to serve us, and the body saves it, and it's waiting for an opportunity when we really need it. Body never wastes anything, okay? Energy, so precious, keeps us alive. And so if you're trying to lose weight and you really want to give the body a gift, say, open up some space. Give the body space to access that energy. The body says, oh, hey, I know what's going on here. This is what we saved this energy for. And the body does some really beautiful things in a fasting space. I've talked about that in other videos. The autophagy process, cellular cleansing and recycling that's happening, rejuvenating the body. So often in our culture, it's a consumption culture. And we're always getting these messages. You need to consume and eat, okay? We need to eat and talk with your medical team about your medical situation. Certainly, there's reasons not to fast. I put that in every video in the description. But if you're trying to lose weight, what a beautiful process. This is the physiology of the body. Body's storing that energy for a lean season, a time without food. And so here you have this opportunity wherever you are in the day. Say, maybe it's just saying, oh, I would have had a snack, and then it's not having that snack, just one simple choice. That's the very beginning of fasting, just more space without food, give the body the opportunity to use that energy. If you think about it, the way that's really difficult to lose weight is to keep eating all the time, always the energy is flowing in, and then exercise so much that you burn through all that food and then get back to baseline, and then you start working through the excess at that point. Okay, I was talking, in the opportunity with choosing the healthy food, okay, true, can be like a battle, okay, if you're in that sort of mindset, but fasting, giving us the mindset that is different. I like to say, let fasting do the work, okay? We don't have to battle and struggle. Body is always working, as long as the lights are on, right? We're conscious being, heart is beating, mind is working, all this stuff is taking energy. And we just sit in that space. Stop the flow of energy coming into the body. Body says, hey, I got this. It's a practice. The first times you do something like that, it can be intense. That's the barrier to entry. So many times someone prevented from eating, they weren't planning for it. They say, oh, that was intense, I didn't like that. Hey, but when you're fasting, that's not fasting. You're being prevented from eating is not fasting. Fasting is a voluntary choice where we say, hey, I am going to choose to give my body this gift. I'm going to be open to the experience and learn to do it. As you trust the body gains in strength. Fasting is a type of strength. How strong is the human system, your human system, at tolerating a food-free space? And how practiced is it at using the stored energy in the body? I tell you, if you could develop one more skill in your life, what if it was the skill of fasting? And that allowed you to control the energy flow through the body, to access the energy storage and use it to power your life. Let fasting do the work so you don't have to stress about it. No battles. Let that energy flow out. These are the 4 opportunities that I'm presenting to you now. What sounds best to you? Where are you at? Let me know in the comments what sounds best, or maybe you're going to do a couple, but lean into one. One step is enough at any point in time. Are you listening to that barred owl? I hear that in the background. So beautiful. If you can get outside, that can be an encouragement to you, whatever you're working on. Really nice to have you here with me. Check out the other content. If you're trying to learn fasting, if you're struggling with it to open up more space, check out the fasting aids video that can help you get through, a struggle in a fasting space. If you're learning to overcome hunger, videos on choosing an appropriate level of fasting for wherever you're at, and live sessions. Check out the archives, really thoughtful spaces there. And I look forward to connecting with you in the comments, maybe live. We'll see you back here soon.